Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simp, and All Subject channel. So I'm going to give you what I call the playbook for dealing with these women. This is coming from a man that's been married for many years. This is coming from somebody who know plenty of people that have been married for many years, that done divulged some of their secrets. This is coming from somebody that did red pill jobs, security, nursing homes, corrections, worked in schools. I've done several red pill jobs. I've seen these women extensively in action with my relatives, with my friends, with associates. And all of this is what I call a playbook, which I'm not going to give you everything, because if I give you everything, then somebody else will be able to write a book on this subject. So, let's start with the women that you will be in a relationship with that might possibly lead to marriage. Let me show you what to avoid. Mostly, high percentage, 90%, avoid single mothers. There might be a few of them that might be all right, but they're going to expect you to have compassionate, considerate heart towards them kids that ain't even yours. And they're going to expect you to have that baby daddy all up in your living room. So if you can, avoid women that have children. You might have to go a little younger. You might have to find a woman, even if you're in your 50s, you might have to try to convince her that, you know, you could be the one for her, instead of you trying to get a woman in their 30s that might have teenagers or young kids. You want to be careful with them. You want to be careful with women, especially that have daughters, because you don't know, like I told Tricky Willie in the comments, it's an unsettled evil that is influencing and dwelling in a lot of these women. And that includes church women. Don't let them play that game with you like they this. Most of these women ain't gonna even listen long enough to learn. They're gonna spend all their time talking. The Lord showed me this, the Lord showed me that. Okay, didn't the Apostle Paul say that you should learn at home? So you got a husband, right? But the Most High is bypassing him and coming to you directly. Stop it. You unsubmissive. That's the next thing. A woman who does not submit to men, do not get in a relationship with her. You don't know what she's gonna do or try to do. You need a woman that submits to her man, and you day to day with her, because the day she decides she don't want to no more, that's the day you dump her. That's the day you dump her. The next thing is women who are active. I don't care how sweet she is. I don't care how good she looks. If she is active with her ex-boyfriend, just keep your ears open. You keep your ears open long enough, you'll hear some things. That's why I say red pill jobs. They might be sweet and sensitive, and their emotions can be kind of cute. But if they active, because some of them you'll hear them say at the next breath, yeah, we did this and this, and then we held each other. Didn't you say you don't got no boyfriend? No, I don't got no boyfriend. Then how are you having sex? Don't get with that one. Don't get with her. The next thing is violent women. Even if she's playing If she'll hit you for play, she'll hit you for real. If she'll hit you for play, she'll hit you for real. You know, it's a big difference between play fighting, tickling somebody and tussling with them. There's somebody that'll throw a snappy punch at you. Imagine what she'll do if you make her mad. Because you don't want to deal with no violent women like that. Don't. Because when she loses, she's going to put the police on you. So you just want to avoid her altogether. Next thing is a lying woman. If you catch her up in any lie, don't deal with her. Because if she'll lie about something small, she'll lie about something big. I'm going to tell you that's when I start, like long ago, I started knowing that my relationship was faltering. Because I was catching her up in lies. And some of them are very recent. So you don't want to try to be with no liar. Especially like in the beginning, it's very important. If she lies about anything, if she even lie about, she gonna call you. Don't deal with her no more. Because the reason why is because I always tell y'all, these women are not gonna get better. It's very few of them that get better. They almost all get worse. Whether it's their appearance, whether it's this, whether it's that, it's gonna be some type of falter. So you want her to start out up here. So when she start going down, she'll still be kind of up there. So you don't want to deal with no lying broad. I ain't never did nothing. And before you marry them, lie detector test. Remember the questions you asked them and ask them questions again. If she failed that test, that's your sign to dump her. You say that's extreme. Your life is extreme. You giving a woman your life when you marry them, man. When they move in with you. The next thing is a woman who ever had intimate relations with another woman. I know you want to be kinky and stuff like that, but when you looking for a relationship, I'm telling you, I told y'all about the guy that he went through this. I gave him a ride, and he was telling me all about it. How his wife left him for a woman, and then her and her new woman was fleecing him for money, and they even was trying to take his house away from him. To solve all of that and to save all of that, just don't even get with him. Don't give women the benefit of the doubt. The minute you do, you're going to get burned. And it's going to be you against her in them courts. They're going to be tag teaming them. But you can avoid it if you understand them. If you understand how evil they could be. You don't be sympathetic of how good they could be. If they're going to be good, let them be good without you being sympathetic. I told y'all earlier, I'm going to save some of y'all, man. If y'all listen to me, if you don't, then you deserve whatever you get. Because if somebody is telling you how things are, and somebody telling you the truth and you don't listen to them, then oh well. I don't feel sorry for people who reject these truths. Or that's another thing. The next woman you want to avoid is the woman who had intimate relations with your friend. Don't be her revenge factor. Don't ever turn against your guys for no woman. If she ever was with any of your relatives, if she was ever with any of your friends, that's your cue not to be with her. I had one Nice looking, nice. 2 red flags though. She smoked cigarettes, and she was with one of my friends before. Now, she was denying it, but I knew him. I grew up with him since we was kids. I knew he wasn't like a lying type of dude. And if he did lie, it was playful, and it wasn't about nothing involving women. So when he told me that he had her, I believed him. She was telling me he didn't. What happened was down the line, let me see how many years later was that. I think it was like me and him was out on the block talking. And it might have been like maybe 10, 12 years later. He said, guess who I had? And he said her name. I said, man, I always believed you when you told me that before. And I was thinking like I made the right decision. Because the girl I'm talking about, well, then again, I don't know. Let me tell you about this. So, when I got with the wife, like, we was in the beginning stages talking on the phone and stuff like that. She comes to my house. I told her, I said, well, I'm dealing with somebody else now. She said, no, I'm still coming over. She pulls up at my house getting frisky. Came in there getting frisky. So I'm like, cool, I'm finna do it. Now, she's playing games though. She tried to stop me talking about, well, I ain't gonna do it unless you break up with her. I said, well, you don't have to do it then. I'm not doing that. So she was on the porch. I kid you not, I never seen her show such emotion. She always like guarded her emotions. She's smiling and stuff. That's how she always was. But she was angry this time. I'm looking at her like, wow. Like, cause that was the first time I saw her like that. And we wasn't even like boyfriend and girlfriend. Cause like I told her, I said, I just the idea of you being with one of my guys. Said, it never happened. But that's why I never like was in a relationship with her. So if she ever been with any of your friends, she's off limits to you. Stop being simp. Stop acting like you tough. You don't, that's, matter of fact, let's go here. If any of y'all friends mess with any girl that you like or that you with, that's the end of y'all friendship. If you don't give him the go ahead, like genuinely, and he do it, that's supposed to be the end of y'all friendship. You can't trust him. So right now we starting out by naming the women that you shouldn't get with. The next woman that you shouldn't get with is a woman that was ever a hoe. If she had like sexual activity that she disclosed from you that you don't know about. Now, if she tells you everything, it's your decision to make whether or not you're going to deal with it. But if you finding out stuff as you go, that's not good. So you don't want to be in a relationship with a hoe type, because the ultimate goal and the ultimate thing that happens in a relationship is marriage. And you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So why even be in a relationship with one? Because the end all be all is marriage. What you look like marrying a woman and I had 2 or 3 trains ran on her. And for me, I gotta know, it's that mouth. That mouth, like what they did with that mouth, that's like the extreme. That's extreme. 2 things this extreme with me is a woman who sucked the dude up or let him get in the back way. the 4-letter word starting with A. Because my next thing would be, okay, why did you let him do that? Were you in love with him? Because that brings me to my next thing. Most women ain't gonna tell you the truth, but you can find out. Again, remember I told you, before you marry these women, before you move them in, lie detector test. Don't give up your money that easy. Don't give up your time that easy. Don't give up your commitment that easy. If she did those things, then you need to figure out why did she do that to him and who else did she do that to. And I'm going to tell you something, because in the 90s, I don't know about where y'all from, but in the 90s, most women didn't do that and they didn't know how to do it. And a lot of them refused to do it. But so if you had a girl that was doing that in the 90s, you should have been asking more questions. Because if she was doing that, you know she was doing everything else. 9 times out of 10, she was doing everything else. So if she said she wasn't doing everything else, she's probably lying. That's why I say when they get to lying, man, listen. So, you wanted to do that extreme stuff and won't tell the truth about it, licking booty. Okay, you need to ask, okay, so what made him, if she say she ain't never been in love before, I told y'all I'm giving y'all the playbook, but she done licked somebody's butthole. She done sucked dudes up, trains. These is the extreme things. Let them get in the back way. If she wants you to commit to her, then she should be willing to explain why, what she did, why she did it, and what made him so special. This the playbook, y'all. When they get mad over basic questions, either they trying to dominate you, I'm giving y'all the playbook. They got something to hide. Or they think that you don't deserve them anyway, so why should you be questioned? They think they are better than you. They think that they are a gift to you. No 304 is a gift to you. If she ain't no virgin, if she ain't been sheltered, not a gift. And guys be like, I like women my age. Okay, so what I look like? I'm pushing 50. I'm pushing 50, right? Listen, okay, watch this. The only chance of me getting with somebody my age is if she was she was married to one guy and he died. And she never was in a relationship other than that. Or something like she ain't had no kids. She just been pretty much to herself. Slid through the cracks. And I gave her a lie detector test and she was telling the truth. Something like that. But a 50-year-old that done smoked crack, that used to be on crack, they've been to jail, multiple, that she, I'm gonna vet her out. And I wouldn't deal with a woman who don't accept the vetting. And that's what I'm telling you. Don't deal with a woman who don't accept your vetting. And you younger guys, be careful with the Gen Z and millennial. They are promiscuous. They not wife material, the majority of them. Again, if they've been sheltered, if they ain't really been doing nothing, you give her that test, you vet her out, you remember what she say, and you bring it back to her before you take that next step if you start liking her. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is important because they all gonna change up on you. But it might be too bad. If the changes be like drastic, those are the guys that end up losing something. Next thing, don't think that you gonna put your foot down flirtatious women. You see that she's flirtatious, she don't know how to get guys out of her face, do not deal with her. Do not deal with her because these are the ones that you end up fighting over them. You can get in trouble like that. Or down the line, these the ones that's gonna cheat on you or have emotional affairs. The ones that can't get guys out of their face. That's why you know how you can solve that? Just don't deal with them. We gotta have self-control. Stop talking about you just want to smash. Smash those that's worth a couple of minutes or hours of your day. We ain't animals. We're at the top of the food chain. We supposed to have reasoning abilities. Next, don't get with no woman that has a permanent STD. If you don't have herpes, don't get with nobody that got herpes. If you got herpes, you could get with somebody else that got it. You already got it. But don't get with nobody that's going to give you a disease, man. Okay, so So she's worth you going from being clean to not clean. She worth that much. Next, gold diggers / women who think you're supposed to spend all your money on them. The main reason why you shouldn't get with them is because you could spend your money on an escort. Get exactly what you want and go about your business. It don't make sense to deal with gold diggers. It just don't. You in a relationship with somebody that's with you for money. If that's the case, some of y'all, this stuff is easier than people make it. Don't deal with gold diggers. She talking about she got to have a rich man talking about you, Dusty. I agree with Angry Man. He says red flags is women who you talk about Dusty but not referring to Dust. I agree with him on that. Women who you hear putting down men, don't get with them because they'll do it to you. You have been to have kids with them. Now you stuck with them. You want to get with a woman that it take a lot for her to sit there and put somebody down. Because don't think she won't do it to you. I'm giving y'all the playbook, man. Most women are a no-go. You got to control your thirst. You got to stop being a simp. It's going to get you in trouble eventually. A lot of guys dead right now because of they simping. What's that rapper that was messing with somebody's wife? He should have vetted her out. Y'all dudes think y'all tough enough to go in another man's house? I will give you the opportunity to leave. But if you try to act tough or protective, That's your A $. And you will lose. You will. I don't believe in putting myself in those situations. I just go to the bathroom and jag. Look at women that got the body parts that turn me on. Before I go and try to mess with someone, I would never mess. If I know a woman is married, she's off limits to me, even if I find her attractive. Even if I like her personality. She's not even a go. She's not accessible to me. Next, and that's what I'm talking about. The next married woman. Married to somebody else. Should be supposed to be off limits to you. All divorced women, that's next. Off limits. You're going to have bad luck trying to marry a divorced woman. I'm telling you. Especially if it's because of her own rebellion in any way. It don't matter really what he was. If she rebelled in any way, it's going to be bad luck for you. Say, man, yeah, but she only did. Keep on looking for that tight stuff. Something weird been happen to you, got in a car accident or something, and your wing didn't be stuck in the windshield. I'm not wishing bad on you, but I'm saying, do not deal with married women or divorced women. They are for bad guys. If you're a good guy, they not for you. Have y'all not been paying attention? Let me know if y'all want me to continue this.